All right, I'm Scott Hayes, and this is OC Caravan. And in the studio, I'm here, by the way, with my co-host, Miss Jill Harvey.
Yay. It's exciting.
In the studio, we have Eddie and Tamra, no last name needed, from the Orange County Housewives. And, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. I don't get up this early for too many people.
I appreciate that. Wow. We were out there about a month or two ago at your fitness facility shooting some B-roll, et cetera. So that's why we thought, let's get you on the radio show and talk about some things related to the studio, fitness, some of the other things that are going on with the videotapes, et cetera, right?
What videotape?
We're going to talk about that. That
what you're talking
sexual
about.
sex videotape. But I want to talk first about the Housewives. I want to kind of give people a sense of a little bit of the background there. Okay. And so I'm trying to figure out what I could ask that hasn't already been asked, right, about that particular show. And these are simple questions, so don't get nervous on me. Yeah. But Eddie, I wanted to start with you.
Great.
Yeah. And I wanted to know, looking back on that experience of being married in front of a televised audience, right? I don't know, how many, 2 million people? From a groom's perspective, what was that like?
I tried not to think about it because that means I would probably choke when she said, "Do you take?"
Yeah. Well, actually, he tried not to have it filmed, is what he's really saying.
Yeah.
He wasn't really up for it to be filmed.
Right.
He kind of fought it the whole way.
And as a groom, I would probably be in the same position. Yeah.
Well,
until you see the paycheck.
Here's the gig.
That's true.
I wanted a small wedding. We both wanted a nice beach
small.
wedding. And she had already had her big wedding. And it ended up being an amazing, magical experience.
Sure.
Good answer.
Yeah, it was amazing.
If you could have changed one thing about it, what would you have changed?
Probably having more people there.
Really?
Yeah, we were very limited in space and location, but
so we had to cut a lot of people out.
How many people did you have?
We had there was probably about 75 maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then the 2 million people that were watching.
And then the 2 million people that were watching.
Yeah.
Did you do any after party though to include more guests in the celebration?
No, we had.
It was all controlled, limited production.
Yeah. Have you thought about maybe doing a smaller, more intimate sort of?
That was the plan.
That was the plan.
That was exactly the plan because we thought this was for TV. This is going to be just a show, and it ended up being actually very magical. No drama.
We were expecting not to have the emotion, like you're having this wedding. It was because when there's a camera in front of you, you're kind of acting, even though you're not acting. You put up an act, right?
That's fair.
So we thought that we would go away and have like a small wedding, like in Cabo or something like that. But we still haven't had a honeymoon because we're so busy. So that didn't happen.
Yeah, okay.
But we were very satisfied and happy with the wedding.
Yeah. And the paycheck, you kind of smiled and giggled.
The paycheck didn't suck either.
It's always nice.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got paid to get married to
That's
Eddie.
hysterical.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Hooker.
Here we go. Tamra, so I guess one of my questions I wanted to open with you with is, why do people do reality TV?
Oh my gosh. I think for different reasons, for sure. I think there's a lot of people that do reality TV because they have a lot of businesses they want to promote.
Sure.
It's a huge platform. There's so much you can do with it. And I think once you start doing it, I've been doing it for 8 years now, some people might say it's a drug. You just get used to putting your life out there on TV, and there's like a huge disconnect because you feel like everything you do should be public.
Right.
I'm not exactly the type of person that holds things in. I speak my mind, and I'm not too embarrassed or ashamed to put too much out there, and I figure people are people and they relate to me because I'm very open and honest.
Right. It takes a unique personality, I think, to kind of get through that reality TV process. And my thinking would be sort of, all of that feedback and people's reaction to events and statements got to be really uncomfortable sometimes, yes?
You know what? Yes. In the very beginning, it was kind of devastating. There's certain things that do go on in your life throughout the 8 years I've been on the show that are hard to become public. And everything you do have happen to you, if you have a court case or a death or an ex that's not very nice to you and things like that, it all becomes public and sometimes it's embarrassing.
Right. Yeah. Eddie, I've watched the show, of course, and you never quite feel completely comfortable in that environment, or am I misreading that?
No, you're right. I generally run from drama. I don't like drama,
Right.
and this show has been driven by drama. So
Right.
as soon as I see the volcano about to erupt, that's when I exit stage left.
And is that how it works for you? You sort of kind of get out of the scene
yeah.
and move away?
Yeah, there's no reason for me to
He's
be involved.
usually standing behind the camera guy.
I'm
He knows that's
helping.
the only safe place there is.
Yeah.
They won't film me there.
It's actually hilarious. There were scenes from early on. How long have you been on the show now? Is this your fourth
I
year?
don't know first.
The first year, you would see him as soon as drama, he'd be dodging the camera. You can actually see him dodging the camera.
Great.
Now he's a little bit more. I used to like it when he didn't talk. Now he talks.
Yeah. But Eddie, you've never had a drama scene that I can that I know of or read of.
Stripper.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
It wasn't my fault.
That's right.
Not
yeah.
my
course
idea.
not.
Yeah. Any regrets though, Eddie, doing the reality TV show, or did you kind of realize the benefits and the platform that opened up to you guys as a couple?
There were some benefits. I haven't really seen a huge benefit behind being on TV.
Okay.
I know that I'm living my life being real. I don't
Yeah.
want to be a movie star. I don't want to
Right.
be a TV star.
Yeah.
My goal is to help people get fit, change their lifestyle, live a happy lifestyle.
Yeah.
There's so many challenges in life that health and fitness helps you get past.
Good.
So to be on TV hasn't been my big aspiration.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen huge opportunities for Tamra. She's awesome on TV. I
Uh-huh.
think she would be a great host for any show,
She would be.
comedy-wise.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so there might be something for her, but for me, this is not my business. This is
Yeah.
not my gig. This is my wife's business.
Well, I don't think either one of us went into the reality show. Well, he came in because he had to. He married me. Came along with the job. But I never wanted to be an actress. I didn't want to be on TV. I actually like the behind-the-scenes producing part of it a lot. And neither one of us really feel like, oh, we're on TV, we're stars, or we're reality star, whatever you want to call us. We just are truly living our life.
Right.
That's it.
We often forget we're even on TV, and then we'll be out and about, and it's like, can we take pictures? Can we take pictures?
Sure.
And you just don't really. We just don't really think about it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's certain people that are on the show that they are living this. I mean, that's their life. The
Right.
show is their life, and they have no other life besides
So
the
they're
show.
truly identified by it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they want to be an actress, and they want to be known as a reality star. Like, we're just living
And
our
that's
life, and it's
okay.
being documented, and it's whatever works for you, right?
Yeah.
So I love that, by the way. I love that. And Eddie, I don't know you. I've only met you, I think, the second time. You come across as a really likable person, right? It seems that you come across that way on the reality TV
Unless
show.
he doesn't eat.
Unless he has that low blood sugar
He's
moment.
got that
Yeah,
hangry.
That angry male when
Yeah,
we
that
haven't eaten.
hangry moment.
Is that true, Eddie?
I do turn into this. Yeah.
Tamra, is the show an accurate reflection of your personality, or as you said, is there a little bit of sort of emoting and reacting and a little bit of the acting that goes on as well?
Well, no, it's not, because what happens is they take a certain percentage of your life, and it's the most heightened part of you. If you are a pot store, they're going to show mostly being a pot store. Unfortunately, my children are not on the show, so you don't get to see me as a mother and all the other things that I do. And they don't really like to follow any kind of charity stuff. And, it's all about the drama. So they're going to take the strongest part of your personality and they're going to exploit it.
Right.
So, no, it's not. No.
Okay.
It's probably 50% of who you really are.
We handle everything from general corporate formation, partnership, real estate. We have a full-service litigation practice, and we also have a group of lawyers that handle bankruptcy and general insolvency matters.
We offer big firm experience with a small firm feel.
The person that you're hiring is the person who's going to be representing you throughout your entire map.
The slogan of redefining full service attempts to capture two things. One, an explanation of the breadth or the diversity of the legal services that we provide, but also to recognize that our service to our community does not end with our legal services.
Whether it's a pro bono opportunity where we're representing people for free, or whether we're actually volunteering on a project like Habitat for Humanity, for example.
It includes the philanthropic efforts, the volunteering of time, and the donating of resources outside just the four corners of this law office.
You're listening to KX 93.5, Laguna's Only FM. I'm Scott Hayes, and this is OC Caravan. I'm in the studio this morning with my co-host, Jill Harvey. Good morning, Jill.
Good morning.
Jill's got some fans out there in the other room, by the way. Did you see that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we're
Two.
here.
Two.
We're here with Eddie and Tamra from the Real Housewives of Orange County. We were talking before the break about the reality TV sort of platform and concept, and so we're moving on from that.
Moving on.
Yeah. Really, we got the last 20, 25 minutes. I want to talk a little bit about your fitness facility, right?
Yeah.
This is a
Cut Fitness.
6,200 square foot facility, which is a good size facility for this
studio,
industry.
yeah.
Cut Fitness in Rancho Santa Margarita, California. And I guess my first question is, why a fitness club when you launched a business? Why not a strip club or a bar?
Well, that's next. What a concept.
Uh-huh.
I always wanted to open up my own business.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about this before.
We did.
I either wanted to open up a bar or a fitness studio, right? Gym, fitness, whatever. And when I started on The Housewives, after about the 6th year, I'm like, you know what? I need to make my money work for me, and I know the show's not going to be around forever. I think it would be best to, my next contract, to open up a business. So I talked to Eddie about it, and he's like, yeah, you're on your own.
He didn't say that, did he?
Yeah, he was, he was in the law industry.
Really?
So he's just like, I don't know. And then we tweaked the concept. I think he was really thinking like I wanted to open up like a little Pilates studio or something very girly. Mm-hmm. And then we kind of put our heads together and worked with some people and came up with the Cut Fitness. And
Well, it had to be unique. It had to be something that's not already available.
Yeah.
Or
Move it up a little
industry.
bit for you, Eddie, and then there you go.
Yeah, it had to be unique, and that's why unique is in our name, because there's so many gyms out there, so many platforms out there for fitness. And the fitness studio idea came up because I've been in the industry for a long time and know what's going on, and I know what I love to do, and that's group fitness. Anything you can do in a group together is so much more enjoyable and lasts longer in your lifestyle. So if you're doing fitness by yourself, it gets a little bit more difficult unless you're in the industry or you're an athlete and you're doing some form of competition. If you do fitness in a group setting, it's more social but beneficial health-wise, and you can do it for the rest of your life. What we wanted to do was something that can be available for all ages, all sizes, all health levels, and so they can stick to it for the rest of their life.
Yeah, that's
So
beautiful.
what makes it unique?
well, I think the uniqueness about it is because we are a studio, and most studios are either a Pilates studio or a cycling studio or a TRX studio. There's nothing out there that has everything under one roof. So a lot of women in my neighborhood, especially, are like, okay, well, I go to Pilates here and I spend $200 a month there. Then I go to a cycling studio over there. So we have everything from Pilates to cycling to weight training classes to core classes, TRX, just about everything there under one roof.
It's a beautiful facility. It really is. It's nicely laid out. It's beautifully designed. And Eddie, I think you had a good big hand in sort of making that all come together. I know you did. But you sort of executed a lot of that planning, Eddie. Is that correct?
Yeah. At the end of the day, she was too busy to help me with a lot of things. I just brought some ideas to the table, and she said, yeah. Never know. So I got out of control, and I got this big studio, and awesome stereo system.
Yeah.
He went crazy.
You went crazy.
He went crazy.
Yeah.
He was buying all kinds of stuff. I mean, we ended up with an $8,000 scale. And I'm like, really?
It's a BMI scale, measures your body fat.
Gotcha, yeah.
It's an $8,000 scale.
Yeah. What's your body fat, Eddie?
Right now, probably about 13.
Wow, that's amazing. You were in the health and fitness industry. I think we talked before. You were a former kind of a bodybuilder at one point, yeah?
I started in high school as an athlete, and I graduated high school. I was a really skinny guy, all legs. I was a runner. Yeah. And it took me about 3 years to get fit into bodybuilding. I was following all the bodybuilding lifestyles, eating that, and I learned a lot about how to build a body. I got so fit that people thought I did steroids, of course. Yeah. You can't do it naturally.
No.
Like that. No.
HGH?
No.
No?
I was young.
Wait.
I was 20. I was 18, 19, 20. So I know what it takes. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of work. It takes heavy lifting. It takes a lot. Yeah. So when I started getting too big, I started losing my athleticism. Yeah. I like to be riding my bike. I like to, move around, jump, do sports. So I stopped bodybuilding, and I stuck more into just the athletic aspect of fitness. Yeah. And that's when I was introduced to cycling indoors, which I thought was a joke as a cyclist outdoors. And I
Did you introduce him to that?
No.
He's
There's
been
a
doing it
huge benefit for doing indoor cycling. And coming back to the uniqueness question, it's the ability to provide You've been doing this for a long time yourself. You do it in your yoga class. You give them that personal attention.
You're talking to Jill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jill's been in the industry a long time too. So you know, it's not about standing on stage and performing.
No.
You know, that's not the service we provide. It's about helping everybody at every level. Some people get it. Some people need a little bit more help. And it's like having a personal trainer at your class helping you do something that anybody can do. So
Yeah, that you're really present for the members, for the students.
Yeah.
And you show up for them, not for ourselves. By the way, I'm supposed to say hello to you from all the old students over at the Renaissance. They miss you when you left. They were so sad.
Well, tell them they can come over to Cut Fitness.
Right.
And I just started teaching a class.
Oh, did you?
Yes,
she
that's
taught
different.
her first class yesterday.
Well, let's back up. Now, you had mentioned before, you were always sort of an athlete. You'd played sports and
Yeah,
such, and
yeah.
you were always into health and fitness, but
Yeah.
not professionally in any way.
No.
Yeah.
No. So, Eddie's been kind of on me about, this was my dream to have the studio, and why don't you teach a class? He's working his butt off, and it's not that easy to find great instructors, we're finding.
Yeah.
So I've been training with Eddie and some of the instructors to do a 30-minute booty cut class.
Ooh.
Excellent.
So I taught my first class yesterday.
How'd it go?
It was nerve-wracking. I had Eddie there for backup. He was on the floor checking everybody's form. I think the hardest thing for me is to actually learn how to find that balance of teaching the class, coaching the class, and talking and motivating and not being out of breath and like
so
dying.
many elements.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to it. Like, you have to be engaged. You have to get them motivated. You have to show them the workouts and like
Coach them,
and then be on the floor and try to correct their form. And there's so much going on. And when you're just learning, it's like, I had notes next to my bench.
Sure.
I had Eddie's like, you got to put those notes away. I'm like, no.
No.
Were you more nervous doing that than you would have been doing the reality TV, do you think?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was scary. But I could see, like, there's got to be, like, something called the instructor's high, because you're up there and you're, like, the music's going and those mics make you sound very sexy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have, like, this deep, sexy voice. And I'm like, ooh.
I'll wear it to
that's
bed
me?
next time, honey.
Okay, thank
But
you.
I love that you're talking about this, because there's a huge misconception that to be in our industry, especially at that, it's easy. Anyone can get up there and
I
teach.
know.
It is not.
It's not
it
easy
takes
at
a lot
all.
of skill, and you have to count.
Well, the first thing yes.
Have to count.
And the first thing I told Eddie afterwards is I go, you need to give our instructors a raise.
Absolutely. And I'll come over
You
then.
realize how difficult it is.
Well,
It's
we
very
actually
difficult.
we pay a lot. We pay it for the industry.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Did you find that more people gravitated towards your class because you were teaching it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well,
So people
tell
who
them
are-
about your audience.
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
What's
It's
going on?
it's a show thing. I can't talk.
Oh, okay. But, I mean, people who live in the area, hello, McFly.
Hi. Hi.
People who live in the area, I got to believe, they know you have the fitness facility in Rancho Santa Margarita. People don't necessarily travel a long distance for a health club,
Right.
but some do. But you're probably drawing mostly from the surrounding community, Rancho Santa Margarita, Codo, and some of those communities. Is that fair?
The majority of our members, yeah.
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 And do you think they're gravitating because they know you got the platform of the real house?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
would-
we
I
can
would
bring them
disagree.
in. Well,
I
no,
disagree.
I
You
agree.
disagree?
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
this
talk
is
to me.
what I think. When we first opened up the studio, of course, it was documented on the show.
Yeah.
So we had people from all over. We had people from Huntington Beach, Fountain Valley that were coming in and taking coming in and taking our classes.
Yeah.
Now, of course, they're coming because they want to meet us.
That's true.
It's what members you maintain.
That's exactly
Exactly
right.
what you want. Do we
Yeah.
want the members in Costa Mesa? Well, if we can maintain them, but it's the ones that come in and they just
Yeah.
want to meet us, and that's fine too.
Right.
That's fine. We're open to that. But the majority is local.
Yeah.
And they're consistent.
And so pre-sales went pretty quickly for you, Eddie, when you guys were making the sales. And then has the sustaining of the membership been pretty good for you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sustaining itself. We're learning the curves and the off seasons and
Yeah.
how to prepare for that.
Katie, our intern, Katie Fetters, her parents own a fitness facility, 2 or 3, I think. She probably was
Yeah,
telling
Yeah,
you
we
about
were
it.
just talking to her about
Yeah,
that.
and my buddy Steve and his wife in Priest, they own the Ms. Fitness Club out in Fountain Valley, and they've been at it maybe 15, 20 years,
Yeah.
but they tell me it's a lot of work.
Oh, my God.
A lot of work, constantly managing, constantly having to be on the premises to take care of things.
It's like
a lot
babysitting.
more work than reality TV?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
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 It's hard.
I leave at 5 in the morning,
Yeah.
and I'm home about 8 or 9.
Really?
Recently,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll change, though, in time when you build the right team and,
Sure.
and you
Yeah.
find the right people that see your vision
Yeah.
and understand what you're doing. It's about changing lives. You know?
Yeah. And I've kind of stepped away just a little bit.
Have you?
Well, a lot, actually, because I am filming a reality TV
Right.
show. And I have my real estate license, and I've gotten back into real estate, and I'm working with Keller Williams right now. So doing a
for
little
you.
bit of
So
that
that's
on
a
the
good
side.
question, because as you speak, you're very intelligent, very bright, against
thank
what
you.
maybe a reality show wants to show.
No.
And Eddie, we know you are just brilliant. But do you like to be identified, Tamra, as the reality
Don't say it.
show
No.
person or the business person? Or are you
can
finding a
spell
nice
it.
balance?
The B word, the business
You know
person.
what? I think that I would like to be referred to as like an entrepreneur, because
Yeah.
I'm doing a little bit of everything, and I do I hustle to get
Yeah,
to
you
make
work
money.
hard. Like that,
yeah.
I mean, I do everything. Like I have an eBay store. I sell my clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I give a part of it to charity. The other part goes into my kids' college fund.
That's amazing,
And
yeah.
I make a lot of money off that just because I wore the clothes on the show.
Yeah.
I do whatever I can. Like real estate, market's a lot better now, so I'm doing that part time. The studio, Eddie pretty much runs the studio. He's
Yeah.
got it covered, but
Yeah.
I'm interested in teaching classes there now, and then filming's only 4 months out of the year, and then I have press I have to do. Then I got to travel to New York. I can promote the show, and then we got about a couple months off, and then I do it all over again.
Yeah.
If we're picked up. So I'm always
You're a hard
trying-
worker.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for
I
you.
like to think I
Yeah.
am.
Hi, I'm David Wilhelm, and this is Jimmy's Famous American Tavern. Jimmy's has been called a casual comeback for me. I think that's because most of the restaurants that I developed in the past were white tablecloth, upper-end restaurants. Jimmy's was designed as a place for friends and families to gather and enjoy regional American comfort food in a casual setting. Jimmy's Famous American Tavern. Simple and traditional.
I played this club in El Centro one night and I ended up sleeping on the linoleum floor. At some point I got up and started writing a song. I wrote a bunch of stuff until I finally got a good line. And the next day I found myself at a street fair in Old Town and I saw this beautiful girl wearing these turquoise earrings. I knew right then I had to put her in the song.
So I came across this sex tape on the internet, and I see your faces drop.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. There's this sex tape that I heard about the two of you together. I got Eddie on this the sex tape saying to you, Tamra, "Are you ready for this, baby?" And Tamra saying, "Oh yeah, I can't wait." Eddie, "This is going to be rough, not a quickie." And I think I'm shortening that version a little bit,
No,
right?
I think you got it down. I think you've
I'm not
watched
a man
it
of many words.
many times, haven't you,
God.
Scott?
Yeah, but where's the passion in the voice? That was the
Oh, that was
yeah.
good. All right.
Thank you.
Turning red for the first time ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So what did you think about it?
Well, first, as you say, I've watched it over and over again. So what's going on with this sex tape? Tell us what it's all about, really.
Well, we've been talking about launching a YouTube channel for a year now. And basically, we get so many emails saying, can you open up a Cut Fitness in Texas and Utah, everywhere? And of course, we can't. I mean, I'd love to, but it's not happening right now. So we decided we were going to give a little bit of Cut Fitness out there for free. Yeah. And so we have a YouTube channel that just launched last week. And I thought, how can we launch it that people are going to like go, oh my God, I have to watch this. I need to subscribe. So I came up with a sex tape.
That's funny.
I mean, there's so many celebrities. Let's face it, Kim Kardashian, who she is, because she did a sex tape.
Sure.
And I didn't want to do a sex tape. I wanted to do like a spoof on a sex tape.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. And we got so many hits, so many subscribers, and it was just, I think it was genius.
It was beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful. Did you participate in the creative end of doing that? Did you guys do it yourself, or did you bring in a professional crew to kind of help you film that, or what?
Well, actually, we hooked up with a group that does YouTube online already. They
Gotcha.
have a lot of experience,
Okay.
and they know they are great at editing. Like I said earlier, it's not so much how you film it, but how you cut it and
How you edit it. I know that.
Yeah. Were you game for the spoof?
We were laughing our butts off the whole time.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
hard.
It was hilarious.
It was hard to keep a straight face.
Eddie had a hat on when we first started, and Jay, the producer's he's like, no, you need to take that off. I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna have hat hair. So it ended up working. He had this messy, sexy bed hair, and it was just, it was good. And Eddie his acting was very good.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Yeah, I was a little worried about him because when he gets in front of the cameras on the show, he just clams up.
Yeah.
I do.
So this YouTube channel, talked a little about what the purpose of the YouTube channel is, and also you're starting to create now your own exercise videos, right? Mm-hmm. You want to talk to me what's going on there?
So our goal is to reach out to all our audience. We have, like she said earlier, we have people wanting studios in the UK, Australia, Canada.
Dubai.
We just can't reach out that far right now. But there's one way to do it, and that's on YouTube. We're going to provide fitness tips. We're going to provide nutrition tips. Just kind of our lifestyle, how we live to stay healthy and share that with the world.
I've got to believe that's set aside the reality TV platform that has done so well for you in a number of ways. I got to believe this is a natural extension of that platform in your lifestyles.
Yeah.
And that's just going to grow and grow and grow. Is there a business model associated with that YouTube channel or those videos yet? Have you figured that out?
There is, yeah. There's definitely, anything you do, you want to make money at it so that you can sustain it.
Yeah.
Nothing that doesn't lose money you can't sustain. So
That's true.
there is a business model. Essentially, as we grow, we're going to have advertisers pay for the free videos and help us get this message out there.
Good for you. Congratulations
That's a
on
great
that.
idea.
You got a new season coming up. Is that with the Housewives?
Yes, we have a new season 10. This
Okay.
is our big season. We have some new faces. We have some old faces.
Really old.
Really. Now he's calling me old. Ouch. I'm not
Not
the
you.
oldest. Not me. Okay. Be nice. See, he's into the drama now.
Yeah.
He's getting in the drama. We just had our big trip. It was amazing. There's a lot to look forward to. I become a grandmother. We document the birth of the baby. We had cameras in the hospital. We have a lot to show. A lot to show this year.
Are you going to be back for next season?
Well, let's get through season 10.
You got it.
And then if there's a season 11, yes, it's going to pretty soon to be the real grandmas of Orange County. Let's face it.
On that note.
Yeah.
All right, listen, thank you both for coming in.
Oh,
Appreciate
thanks for
your
having
time.
us.
Thanks
Eddie and
for
Tamra,
Anytime.
the Real Housewives of Orange County, Cut Fitness in Rancho Santa Margarita. Check them out on their new YouTube channel.